Hi, I'm Dr. Pola Rosen, publisher of Education Update, and it's my great honor to be up here at City College with the president for an interview about the programs and the initiatives here at City College. This is President Lisa Staiano-Coico, and we are so delighted that she's allowed us to call her President Lisa. And here we are. President Lisa, what are some of the challenges that you have faced as the president of City College?
I think some of the biggest challenges that I'm facing right now are the same challenges that are being faced across CUNY and all the other presidents. And that's the issue of the shrinking budget and the need to do more with less, and also the need to be strategic in how we approach our budgeting process, how we approach our prioritization, so that we can keep the college moving forward in these budgetarily difficult times. That's probably, bar none, the biggest challenge that I face now. I have great faculty, great students, great staff. So it's a wonderful place to come to work every day, and we just need to make sure that we keep the mission of the school, the students, the faculty going forward in this time. I have 4 major priorities. The first priority is to increase the graduation and retention rate of our students. That is something that we need to be attentive to and looking at, and we've undertaken a new process to look at all of our enrollment management, our retention strategies, and our graduation strategies. The real challenge is to make sure that we give our students the tools and the roadmaps so that they have the opportunities for success. The second is clearly the heart of the faculty. The heart of this university are its faculty. And we need to make sure that we are supporting the faculty in every way that we can. For example, I put out an RFP, or request for proposals, in which there will be $50,000 seed grants that will be awarded. We'll award up to 10 of them this year. And they will be required to have interdisciplinary collaborations. So we've had some fascinating projects come through that combine social sciences and the arts, humanities and the sciences, engineering and architecture, other aspects of interdisciplinary collaboration, again, with the aim of starting to seed and fertilize new perspectives and new ways for our faculty to come together, collaborate, and look at projects and problems as a whole. The third priority is our community. It is very important, not only our local community, we sit in a great culturally rich community in Hamilton Heights and Harlem area. We've started a new arts council to bring more arts to City College. That council will be comprised of community arts group people from within the community and around the New York City area, as well as our faculty. So the community is very important. Our Colin Powell Center, which has public service learning as an integral academic component, has made an enormous difference. Again, our students are out in the community, not only just volunteering, but they're integrating it back into their academic learning so that it becomes much more of an integral part of the academic mission of the college. We had 2 summer interns in the White House. One of them was a Colin Powell Fellow. 6,000 applicants for undergraduate students, 60 chosen, 2 of them were City College students.
Terrific. What a
So that's a very important aspect. And then the fourth, which is very important, is engaging our alumni in an active and exciting way. Our alumni at City College are self-made men and women, women who came to City College. Some of the most successful entrepreneurs were people that commuted from Coney Island in Brooklyn, an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes, after working jobs, coming at night to get their education. And they give back to our students, and they show our students that the dream is alive and the dream can be achieved. So engaging with our alums are the fourth priority.
Well, when you say the dream is alive, it makes me think of the movie Waiting for Superman. And we just interviewed Jeffrey Canada, and one of the things that he said when he was growing up in Harlem, the dream was not alive when he found out that Superman did not exist.
Right.
So actually, you have made a dream come alive up here at City College, and that's a wonderful thing.
And one of the ways in which we're helping the community, of course, you know, education. Education is the key to success, to freedom, to be able to really choose your dreams and follow your dreams. When I first came, as soon as I came in, we have given 5 community scholarships, full tuition scholarships, to students from community high schools. And I am meeting with all of the principals in our community high schools in the area so that we can see how we can work in partnership. And the idea is to bring students to campus. I met with about 10 students from, I believe it's called the High School of Media and Communications in 161st Street or so. I brought them in, they met in my office. And we just talked. They said to me, well, what was your first job? And I think they thought my first job would be some kind of Einstein-like job, right? And I said, well, I was a laboratory technician. I washed glassware. I did, made sure that every scientist had their Petri plates the right time. I ordered things for people. I Xerox things. And one of the students looked at me and she said, you went from laboratory technician to president of City College? That's what City is all about. That's what CUNY is all about. That's what CUNY is all about. Making those dreams come alive.
I met some of the Colin Powell Fellows a few years ago, and one of the things that really impressed me was the fact, you talk about outreach into the community, they were in the global community.
That's right.
They were in many countries around the world,
right.
And it wasn't anything, I think, that was in their dream structure when they were growing up. So that's certainly, something to rave about. Joan, another question from Dr. Baum.
Well, I am very impressed with your background as a researcher, and I think your recent work on trying to prevent alcohol and drug abuse could not be more timely for first-year college students, which in effect is the senior year high school students.
Right.
How will you, if you can, gosh knows with what time, but proceed with this very, very important research and kind of integrate it into your administrative vision?
It's funny.
So I'm going to just rephrase Dr. Baum's question. So Dr. Baum is citing and stressing the outstanding research on alcohol and drug abuse of high school students and college students, and how President Lisa will, if she will, integrate that program into maybe City College or some other curriculum.
Yeah, so it's funny you should ask that. I still have a research group that combines Cornell University, where I spent the majority of my career, Temple University, and I will now integrate City College. So I have a lab meeting that occurs, a research meeting that occurs on Monday mornings every other week. And we're talking about strategies. We've completed some clinical trials looking at alcohol prevention programs. We're looking at whether or not they work in urban settings, how they work. And I want to take that in. There were a couple of reasons why. When I spoke to the high school students, one of the things that I said when we were talking is the worst way to derail your life is to get into alcohol and drugs. And when you come into college, sometimes, particularly CUNY has now built dorms, and when you're in residence halls, you're really free from a lot of parental guidance, and usually drinking more alcohol than drug use, but usually alcohol use goes up enormously. And I've seen the devastation that alcohol wreaks on undergraduates, particularly first-year students who get completely derailed. So I'm working with the Student Affairs Associate Vice President, Robert Rodriguez, to develop those kinds of programs, alcohol prevention. Also, we've added another counselor and more counselors, because what we need to do is destigmatize the outreach, so that not only is there a campaign coming from peers and students across the college, but also students that are having problems can go to counseling to get help. So I will integrate that. I'll continue to integrate it from a research perspective and also from an outreach perspective among our students, because it is a terrible problem today.